question item. So this is the session which you are going to be doing it tomorrow full day. Even from today evening, you can start inputting the question item. So let me share the screen and I'll show how to input the question item. So you just open a browser, any browser you open, and you just type www.cil-ntsindia.net. This login page. See, your login ID is your registered email. Okay, while filling up the online form, you have given your email ID and mobile number. Do you remember it? In a PDF format, you all might have got in a mail. That is the registration form. So the purpose of the registration form is for this username and login. So you have to give your registered email ID as your username and your registered mobile number as your password. Only 10 digits. Don't give +91 and all. You just give your 10 digits of mobile number. Yeah, I have given my username and password and I'm just logging in. So this is the first screen you can see. Okay, so this is how the screen comes. There are, see up where I'm moving my mouse, see there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tabs. There are 6 tabs. So we concentrate more in this 5th tab. So each one by one, these 6 steps, if you complete, the question item will be saved successfully. So I'll explain it very easily, and it's a very easy software at the first part. So likewise, even you have to select before writing a question whether that question comes under language or literature. That you decide first. And if it's literature, you click literature. If it's language, you click language. A number comes here. Now you go to the next screen. Only this much you have to do in the tab 2. Now I'm going to the next step. So here the tab 3, this is called dimension problem. So already Reddy sir has explained about the, okay, dimension problem, Reddy sir will explain tomorrow. But as of now, when you click in literature, you will get these many components inside literature. These are the dimensional problems. So in which you are writing the questions, okay? For if you click literature, the most of the questions, it will come under specifics. So you can click here, specifics. Okay, go to the next tab. That's a tab 3, work is done. Go to the next tab, click here. Here, administering details. So when you go to administering details, there is no need to write anything in the administering details. There is no need to write anything here. Next is instruction to the examinee. Okay, so now our data input is going to type in Telugu. So now I am going to select the Unicode as Telugu. Okay, now she is going to give the instruction to the examinee. What is the instruction she is giving? We'll see. Examinee. So when you read this, you will understand what is the instruction to the examinee. So now fourth tab, it's finished. Now we are going to the 5th one, next. So when you click, see this 5th tab is the very important tab. So here you are going to write your question item. See, for that, select the item format. So as Reddy Garu said, see, you can see objective and subjective. In objective, it's constant alternative, multiple choice, multiple facet, matching, and rearrangement. But multiple facet, it will not get selected. See, when I select constant alternative, it gets selects. Multiple choice, it gets selected. But multiple facet, you cannot select because you cannot write in multiple facet. As of now, the system will not allow you. Then matching, rearrangement. This is in objective. Then when you go for subjective, simple question, completion, short answer, long answer, and problem solving. Problem solving, there is an option. If you are well versed in writing problem solving questions, you can write. Otherwise, you can skip it. So 25 in objective and 25 in subjective. So this is the tab for selecting the whether you are writing in multiple choice or constant alternative or matching or simple question like that. So now our data inputter is going to do it in multiple choice. So the multiple choice has been selected here. Now we'll come to the question item. That is the stem. Yeah, please type the question.
తెలుగు లిపి పరిణామం వ్యాసకర్త.
This is the question.
ఎవరు?
Yeah. Okay. Question mark or English change ಮಾಡಬಹುದು sir. You can put a question mark if you want. Go to English. Yeah, put a question mark there. Yeah. Again come to Telugu. You see now it is multiple choice. So the choice box is open. There are 6 choice. So if you want, you can give 4.
Once you please operate that, how you are changing the language there, sir?
Yeah. Language we are changing it, sir. It's in Unicode from English to Telugu, like that. We are just going. That's
okay,
it.
that is installed in the software, or you are making your own element there, sir?
No. It is in your operating system. Regarding this, we will speak again regarding inputting and all. Now you just listen to this class.
Sir, can we do this in the cell phone?
Yes, sir. You can do it in the cell phone. Of course, you can
Yes.
do. Okay. So the question is typed. Okay. It's in multiple choice question. Up in the tab 5, we have selected multiple choice. We have typed the question. Now see there are options. So option 1. See in options you type. There is no need to put A, B, C or 1, 2, 3. There is no need to put anything like that. You have to just give your options, because computer will automatically take your question number. It will take for option automatically. The number will take. So you have to just give the option. So 4 option is given. Which is the correct one? C. So C is the correct answer. So you can just copy it and paste in the answer queue. See. We have given the question. We have given 4 options. In answer key, we have pasted the correct key, and now we are giving marks. For this mark,
మార్కులే మీరే ఇవ్వాలి సార్. ఎందుకంటే ఈ ప్రశ్న కాన్స్టిట్యూంట్ ఆల్టర్నేటివ్ మల్టిపుల్ చాయిస్ ప్రశ్న. 4 ఆన్సర్స్ ఇచ్చారు, ఒకటి సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకున్నాడు. ఎన్ని మార్కులు ఇస్తారు? ఎక్కువగా 1 మార్క్ ఇస్తాం అంతే. మీరే మార్కులు ఇవ్వాలి. ఆ ప్రశ్నను అనుసరించి మార్కులు. అది లాంగ్ ఆన్సర్, షార్ట్ ఆన్సర్ అయితే ఎక్కువ మార్కులు. ఎంత రాస్తున్నాడో అంత కదా మార్కులు ఇస్తాను. ఇది 2 పదాలు రాశాడు అంటే 4లో అక్కడే 4 ఆన్సర్స్ ఇచ్చారు, ఒకటి చూస్ చేసుకున్నాడు. 1 మార్క్ కన్నా దీనికి ఎక్కువ ఇవ్వలేం. 1 మార్క్ ఇచ్చాము. మీరు కూడా 1 మార్క్ ఇవ్వాలి. టైం కూడా మీరే ఇవ్వాలి. ఏంటి సార్ 1 మినిట్ చాలు దీనికి. ప్రశ్న చదువుతాడు, 4 ఆప్షన్ చదువుతాడు, సెలెక్ట్ చేస్తాడు. నేను 1 మినిట్ చాలనుకుంటా. ఎక్కువగా 2 మార్కులు 2 మినిట్స్ ఇవ్వచ్చు సార్, అంతకుమించి ఇవ్వద్దు. మేము 1 మినిట్ ఇస్తున్నాము. మీరే మార్కులు ఇవ్వాలి, మీరే టైం కూడా ఇవ్వాలి. మీరు సెకండ్స్ కదా.
So you are writing the question. So you are the question framers. So you know how much mark to give, how much time to give. Okay. Now we are coming to the scoring procedure. So scoring procedure here, when it's objective, it is enumerative. So everyone listen carefully. When you are writing an objective question, the scoring procedure is enumerative. When you write a subjective question, the scoring procedure will be analytical. Global quality scaling, as of now, we are not doing it. So when you're writing objective question, you select enumerative. When it's subjective, you are selecting analytical. So now we are selecting enumerative. So this part is very important. Question writer intention, the objective. Okay. Item writer's intention. In what intention you are framing this question? Okay. For which level? So it's been typed here. So you see in what intention the item writer has framed this question. So this is the intention. So you have to type the intention of the item writer. So item writer's intention is typed. Sarvotira.
పరిణామానికి సంబంధించిన విద్యార్థి జ్ఞానాన్ని పరీక్షించడం. క్లియర్ గా ఉంది సార్. ఇది ఆబ్జెక్టివ్. ఇది
ఉద్దేశం. The intention, question writer intention. So this tab is very important. So once you finish, you check 1 second. Please don't talk in the middle. After this session, we have one whole day tomorrow to discuss. Please mute your mic.
నెక్స్ట్
Next is
Then navigate this, sir.
okay. Next, so you see after this you have to go to the next tab. Okay, next tab, that is the sixth one. In that, whatever you have selected, the multiple choice, it has come here. The medium and mode of instruction. The medium is obviously written. So everywhere you have to select written. And the education level. So for which level you are writing this question item. So there are 7 levels of question, 7 levels of education: L1 primary, upper primary, secondary, higher secondary, graduate, postgraduate, research. Same way it is there for L2 basic, intermediate, advanced, and L3 basic, intermediate, advanced. So for which level you are writing the question item. For example, this question is written for post-graduation. So this question is written for post-graduate, only for L1. So here I am not selecting L2 or L3. Suppose if you are writing any question for L2 or L3, you can select this columns, drop down box. Otherwise, there is no need to select this. Now the main thing is rationale. Rationale is also very important, as Reddy Garu said that the rationale also should be typed. The item writer intention and the rationale is very important for a question. So many can write the same question, but everyone's the thought or their intention, their rationale will differ, and their level of education will differ. So this is how it is being classified. Okay, this is the rationale behind this question which is asked. Okay, rationale is finished. You see, you don't worry about this choice index, feasibility value, discrimination index, mean ability index, level of pre-validation. See, nothing you can select or do anything in this. Okay, because all this, when we do field test, after that this by SPSS software, statisticians will feed all these things. So now you have done everything. You have finished all 6 tabs. So you can, if you want, you can just check once again. So whether I have selected everything correctly. Okay, dimension problem have I selected correctly. So examining instruction to the examinee have I given properly, and whether I have given the correct question, the correct options, the correct answer key, the correct intention. Everything you can check. Finally, you have to go and click the submit button. So when you click the submit button here, you can see here success, question item added successfully. So once the question item is added successfully, you have successfully finished the question, first question. Okay, the question item is added successfully. So now you want to check the question item. Okay, the question item what you have entered, you want to check it. So you just go here, click the welcome. So if you have logged in your name, you'll get welcome. So I have logged in my name, so welcome Nancy Thomas. Click here, go to view profile. So when you click view profile, you will get a screen. See, a screen is like this. So you can see that question item based on item format. So how many? So I have done only matching multiple choice. One question I have done. So it's showing 1. So down you can see a total count. Total count 1 it's showing. Okay. If you want to see your questions, you see here, click on tasks. When you click on tasks, it'll show the view questions. So when you click on view questions, I can view my question. So whatever it was typed here, it is like this. You see here aspect number. Finally, it comes to the IFC format. Reddy sir was explaining about the IFC format, how it comes. So in IFC format, it comes by this. So your name, the name of the item writer, the aspect number, the author, that is the dimension problem, then the instruction to the students, then item stem, options, key, mark, time, scoring procedure, item writer intention, item format, rationale, then the education level. So this is the full procedure of inputting a single question item. Suppose if you, after seeing this, if you want to again input a new question, means you just again click the task here and click to add a new question. See, add new question item. When you click here, it will come to the to inputting the new question. So one live demo we have shown in multiple choice. I'll now just give an option for what and all options are there.